What are we waiting on?
Check, check, check. Oh, we are live. It doesn't get much bigger than this, Jason Winchell. It does not get much bigger than this. The stakes do not get much higher for a regular season high school football game down here in Middletown High School. As the #1 team in the state, the Middletown Cavaliers, look to get a Flight A championship is on the line here as they take on the #3 Hodgson Silver Eagles.
Yeah.
10-0 versus, or 9-0 versus 8-1. I'm Pat Garianis. I'm joined here by Jason Winchell. This is our 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week. And Jason, doesn't get much better than
No,
this.
it does not. Flight A, like you said, the Flight A title's on the line tonight. A perfect regular season's on the line for Middletown tonight as they're 9 on Hodgson 8-1. They're both undefeated in the Flight A, and it's going to be a good game here tonight.
Without a doubt. You look at it, they're two different styles of football. I mean, Middletown is a little bit of a finesse team. They spread the ball out. They can hit you with the run, but they do a lot of passing. Power and running game is the strength for the Hodgson Silver Eagles, along with their defense. The Silver Eagles got their flag out. They're ready to go. They're pumped up. Middletown bursts through the helmet, and here they come as well. This is going to be something I can't get much more excited than this one, Jason. Thank you to all the viewers at home watching this one. It's a cold night here tonight, Jason. It feels about 21 degrees down there on the field.
And then, so it might favor a team that can ground and pound tonight, you know, with the weather conditions as it is. And I'm sure we'll get to Vinny later in the game to give us a weather report out there. But it is brisk cold out there.
Yeah, of course, Vinny Pinello is going to be on the sideline tonight for us. We'll be checking in with him shortly just to look at a couple of the big games this year for both teams. Middleton opened this season up with an impressive 35-28 victory over Smyrna. They then shut out William Penn. And if you look down here, dominated Appoquinimink, beat Salesianum with a comeback victory, 19-13. Then went out of state and got a 27-14 win over Upper Darby. And a little bit of a surprising game, especially if you've been paying attention to high school football the last couple seasons. 46-0 over Concord. Middletown's been very impressive this season. As for the Silver Eagles, they've run off 8 in a row after losing their opening game to Sussex Central 20-7. Looking at a common opponent, they defeated Concord 35-13, William Penn 24-8, and did not play Salesianum. Of course, they were in our Spotlight Game of the Week back in Week 5. They've defeated Styles in this one, and if Hodgson wants to pull off the upset, it's all going to be determined with their defense and their running game. Can they control the clock offensively?
And that's the key. If you can keep the Middletown offense off the field, you're doing a good job because Middletown will score with Fry as the quarterback. He's having a heck of a year. Player of the year type of numbers for him this year, and it's going to be really good.
Yeah, you look at a couple of the players to watch here for Middletown. Number 3, Kedrick Whitehead, the running back. I believe he's destined for University of Delaware next season. He can get the job, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll get the job done in the backfield and catching the ball out of the backfield. Kenny Edlin, number 7. Not to be confused with Coach Dan Edlin from the Delcastle coaching staff. He's a guy that can get the job done at the receiver position. 6'3", 190 pounds. Of course, we talked about the quarterback, Drew Fry, the junior, 6'2", 181. He can throw the pigskin around like nobody else in the state of Delaware. And one guy to keep an eye on, number 16, Nicholas Johnston. He's just come up with big plays throughout the season for the Cavaliers. He's an undersized guy in the slot position to keep an eye on. As for the Silver Eagles, they're led by their freshman quarterback, Henry, who's been a really good game manager throughout the season. Wood, who was on 302 Sports Weekly this past Wednesday. He's a tight end outside linebacker. And Daniel Douglas, receiver D-back number 8. Or I'm sorry, Jalik Howard, number 9, tight end D lineman. He can really get the job done on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely.
Especially defensively.
Yeah.
So I believe we're going to have the national anthem right now. We'll step aside. We're going to go to commercial break while we honor America. We'll be right back here on 302 Sports.
Just clicked on the commercial.
right, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We go to commercial break, and all of a sudden it just shuts down on us. Sometimes you can't predict this stuff.
No.
That's technology for you. We're still the superior race, Jason, no
Yes.
matter what anybody wants to say.
Exactly right.
All you've missed so far is a Middletown drive that's seen a little bit of everybody get involved. Kenny Edlin, Kedrick Whitehead, who is getting carried right here up the middle, breaks a tackle, and he's in. First score of the game. Just in time, Jay.
Yeah,
6-0.
What an impressive drive that was. Like you said, everyone touched the ball in that drive, and a nice finish there by Whitehead going up the middle and scores. And I think you got to give credit to the offensive line on that drive. They just opposed the wheel. They took over at their own 39 and went 61 yards on that drive.
They did. In the first play of the game, of course, they get a false start penalty, move back 5 yards, and then they just they dominated the line of scrimmage like we talked about, Jason, and that's one of the keys to the game.
Yes.
If Hodgson wants to pull this off, they're going to have to keep up with them, especially defensively. Go on to kick the extra point. Kayla Bierlin. The young lady puts it right through the uprights, 7-0.
Yeah, and that had plenty of distance. Don't be surprised if we see her attempt a field goal sometime in this game. Man.
Hey, she's got a little boot on her. There's no doubt about it. So with 9 minutes remaining in the opening quarter, Middletown strikes on their first possession, 7-0. And now we get to see the Silver Eagle offense for the first time in this one, Jason.
Yeah, and it's kind of similar. They want to do what Middletown did on their first drive. They want to get that ground game going because that's what's going to be successful in the elements of tonight's game.
And you look at the offensive stats here. I mean, Middletown obviously has averaged some more points, but other than there's 2 games that you see on here. It's their opening game against Sussex Central and their win against the MA. They're capable of putting up some points now too.
Yes, they can.
Is very capable of it. And like we talked about, it's all going to determine up front. I mean, they got the size to match up with Middletown, but that first drive, they didn't quite do it. Let's see what they can do offensively here. And here comes the kick. It's going to be fielded here by number 13, Knapp. He's going to look to come to the near sideline, gets up and he is belted out of bounds on the Middletown sideline. Big time hit. Middletown kind of has the momentum.
Yeah, and great coverage there, like you said, a little stroke kick, and they did a great job of getting downfield. And like you said, they really made him pay for running that ball.
So here comes the Silver Eagle offense led by 9th grader C.J. Henry at the quarterback position. He's been very impressive.
He has, and this will be the test as a freshman coming in on the road to number 1 Middletown, and you're down 7-0. Let's see the composure that this kid has.
What's great about this game though for Hodgson is it's a playoff preview, and it's good that it's a regular season game. You can get these jitters out now. This has got the feel of a playoff game.
Yes, it does.
There's an equipment malfunction there on the Cavaliers. They told that's got to be below the knees here. Anyway,
yes.
We got 2 receivers set to the near side. In the backfield is the sophomore running back number 30, Darius Hale. He's going to get the carry on first down. He's going to fall forward, keep the feet moving, maybe 2 yards on the play. Nice job by Middletown shutting that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hale, of course, a sophomore. He's a big kid. He's a big young man, and he's a strong, powerful runner. They will look to lean on him a lot because one thing we talked about, and I'm sure Coach Moffitt's going to want to do this, is keep that offense off the field of Middletown. So
yes,
I didn't give him enough credit. 3-yard gain on the play, setting up the Silver Eagles with 2nd down and 1. Now we got a 2 receiver set to the far side, and it goes to Hale once again. And again, look, he drags the defender. He's initially hit in the backfield there by number 49, Joshua Freeman, but drags him forward and picks up about 4 yards.
Yeah, he's like you said, he's a load to get down. So when he gets moving, and if he can get 4 yards a pop, they'll take that all day.
100%. Because it's doing Cavs defense, and it's keeping that offense of Middletown off the field. So crucial 3rd down and 2 here with 7:48 remaining in the opening quarter. Let's see what the Silver Eagles do, and it's kind of predictable. Right back to C.J. Hale, or I'm Darius Hale, I apologize, and he picks up the first down across the 40-yard line to the 42.
Yeah, nice job.
This is exactly what Hodgson wanted to do, Jason. This is exactly what they wanted to do. They got a big man up front there with Michael Hughes, number 79, number 66, Xavier Chandler, number power kind of went out on us. You haven't missed nothing. The scoreboard has lost power. We're going to stop the game right now. This is incredible. I mean, half the lights in the place are on. Half the lights in the place are off.
Yeah.
The scoreboard just clicked back on. The clock is running. The band is on the field. I mean, it's unbelievable right now, Jason. You can't. You can't predict it. You really can't. I mean, who can predict that we get a during the anthem? I would love a hot chocolate on a cold night like this. Like we said, feels about 21 degrees out there with the wind chill. Still looking for our sideline reporter, Vinny Pinella. I actually do see him down there. He's at the 30-yard line trying to bundle up. We'll go down to him shortly to get a feel for what the atmosphere is like on that Middletown sideline, as well as the temperature change. But here we go, Hodgson. They got a little drive going here. Darius Hale, 3 carries, ends up getting 12 yards and a first down. That's what Hodgson wants to do, so let's see what they do here. With a double tight set, it goes to Hale again. He finds a crease, falls forward, picks up about 8 yards, 9 yards on the play. That's what the Hodgson wants to do, Jason.
Yeah. And we remember from the Slays Anthem game, they had success early in that game running on Middletown's defense. And you can control the clock and keep Middletown's offense.
You look at Middletown's defensive line. They are small. They're not very big. Hodgson's offensive line is big. Middletown has all their hog mollies on the offensive side of the ball. Here's Hale again, falling forward. 11 to Marteagle, but what a run. This young man is impressive.
We're going to mention his name a lot like that.
He is a load. I mean, he's just not easy to take down. You look at his legs, they look like tree trunks. Yeah. Reminiscent of, you remember Earl Campbell? Of course I don't, because I'm not old enough, but I'm going to talk like I'm old enough.
Houston Oilers running back.
He's reminiscent of Earl in a way. To think he's only a sophomore. Once again, he's stuffed right here in the backfield 52. Ahmad Westbrook getting in there. 5'10", 210 pounds, finding a way to get through there and stuffing Hale.
They said enough's enough. We'll just stuff the box and stop them on the run.
That's a big-time play there. Middletown's going to have to do that. Force Henry to throw the ball to Middletown. See what the young freshman can do. 2nd down and 10 now for the Silver Eagles spread out. Hale in the backfield with Henry. Henry takes the snap. It's a play-action pass. Lofting one up, and it's going to be nearly intercepted. Number 5, Ernest Washington, was there, and it just went through the hands. Perhaps maybe cold fingers.
Right. It is cold out here.
It's one thing you're going to have to keep an eye on, and perhaps maybe Vaughn Wood, number 5, the intended target, might have tipped that pass, which might have caused the pass to be redirect.
Yes.
So 3rd down and 10 here for the Silver Eagles. The Middletown crowd is getting loud. They got the cowbells in hand. The sidelines easy. You got to love this atmosphere, Jack. The place is filled up.
And like we said, it's for the Flight 8 title.
So here we go.
A lot of pride on the line.
Trips to the near side. The single receiver to the far side is Daniel Douglas. Henry's going to look to throw. He's going to go to Douglas. It's complete, but he's going to be short. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 4 yards, and a decision for Hodgson here at the 38-yard line of the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is it got him in this 4th and 4 range, so it makes the decision easier than 4th and 11.
We'll see what Coach Frank Moffitt's got up his sleeve here on a 4th and 4. It might be a little too long for a run, and they're going to call timeout and talk this one over a little bit more here.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea. You're early in this game. If you're going for a 4th down, why not get the right play that you want? And the Middletown 38. Punt the ball, Pat. If it goes in the end zone, you're really only gaining 18 yards. So I think this is a good call.
Yeah, I mean,
early in this game, because Middletown will score. That's not been their problem this year. So if you want to,
yeah, I mean, if you're Hodgson, you have to answer. You have to answer anytime you can get, and giving them the ball to the 38-yard line or further, maybe even to 35 if they don't quite get it, is not the worst thing in the world. You can kind of withstand that. And Coach Moffitt's got, he's got the confidence in his defense, but he changes his mind. He's going to send out the punting unit.
Yeah.
Big old 60 Jose Avila Lopez. Let me tell you, this guy right here is impressive for a big man.
Yes,
He's got quite a boot on him, and he came up with a big game-saving touchdown against Corona Lean on the last play of the game against DMA. And you can see there, you can see the boot. It's not going to count, but he puts it inside the 10-yard line. There's a false start right here against Hodgson. They're going to move it back 5 yards. That may not be the worst thing in the world, though.
I was going to say, it just gives them some room.
And we'll see what Avila Lopez can do. And another thing to keep an eye on is the young man can move.
Yes,
big fella. He's pretty agile. Ernest Washington back deep for the Cavaliers to return this punt. He's at about the 15-yard line. And here's the punt, and it's away, and it's a high one. Spiraling kick towards the sideline. It's going to go out of play. Let's see where the official marks it. He's going to say it went out of bounds at the 15-yard line, it looks like. That's where Middletown's going to take over. So not a bad. That's a great punt.
No, and exactly right. You get to angle it out of bounds, so you couldn't get the return. As dangerous that was last week for Smyrna in the Sally's game when they punted the ball to him.
So first down and 10, they move the ball up to the 18-yard line for Middletown, and you force them to go an extra 20 yards now with that punt. So here comes Drew Fry in the Middletown offense.
Yeah, they went 61 yards again on that first drive, Pat. So
here they go. They got a kind of full house backfield here. A motion man comes in motion. Edlin to the near side here. There's another motion guy. Little trickeration going on here, and it's going to be a QB power for Fry, and he gets very small gain, if anything, on that. Maybe 2 yards.
Good job by the Hodgson defense. And like you said, there's a lot of movement in that. Fort did a good job of staying home.
I mean, they had Najir Smith go in motion. They had, I think that was Jonathan. I mean, that wasn't Jonathan. It was someone, I can't remember what number it was, but they had 2 guys go in motion. They was trying to maybe to see what coverage Hodgson was in. Not quite sure why they did it, but 3-yard gain for Fry on the play. 2nd and 7. He's got 2-by-2 set and Whitehead in the backfield. Fry drops back. He's looking. He's going deep. He's got Edlin. It's a little underthrown. Edlin with the adjustment, but can't make the play. Hodgson, little note here, starts 2 freshmen at the corners at the secondary. Number 21, Lester Coleman, and number 28, Bobby Arnold. Arnold was in coverage there. He's done a pretty good job for them on defensively this year.
Yes, he has. And you saw it there. Good coverage on the play. And good adjustment there by Edelman. He tried to come back and get that ball. Just was unable to haul it in.
Very rare do you see Drew Fry underthrow a receiver, but a cold night like this, it's hard to get loose. He underthrew that by a couple yards there. Edlin almost came back and made a great catch. Same formation right here on 3rd down and 7. Ball to 21. Fry back. He's going to come this way. It's caught. Actually, let's see what they call here. That ball's loose, and taking it into the end zone is Vaughn Wood. There is no whistle yet. They're actually going to say he was down. That ball was caught there by Asias Guthrie of Middletown, well short of the first down. What a job by Vaughn Wood, though.
Yes.
Come flying up there and making the play. It's going to be 4th down at about 5. The punt team on for Middletown, back deep to return for the Silver Eagles. Raymond Mapp, number 13. Number 13, Jeffrey Lockwood on the punt for Middletown.
Nice stand there by the Hodgson defense, Pat.
Oh, they nearly get to it. Lockwood's punt a wobbler high and out of bounds. Let's see where the official. So they're still walking up. We're going to send this one down to Vinny Pinella for our first sideline report of the game. Take it away, Vin.
Pat, we're down here live. It is a very cold here in Middletown. Otherwise, if you can check it, there's not much wind, but it's cold. And atmosphere-wise, though, it's great. Middletown's got the cowbells out. Hodgson's fans are loud. It's a great atmosphere down here. Incredibly, players have tons of energy, and it's turned out to be a real good game so far. To you.
All right, there's Vinny Pinella. It's tough in a cold night as you see Darius Hale. This man just fights for yards.
Yeah.
It's impressive. Across the 40-yard line, pickup of about 7 on the play. It's a little cold out for Vin, and the microphone kind of cracking a little bit. Not much room on that sideline. We'll see the next report.
Good defense here. Middletown.
So here we go. 2 tight ends set. And it's Hale in the backfield. He's got a hole, bursts forward. He picks up the first down, keeps the feet moving, gets close to the 30-yard line. This is just hard to tackle this man.
Yeah.
Look at this. Our producer, the man in charge around here, Nick Halliday, bringing us the hot cocoa.
Thank you, Nick.
This is unreal. This is like a true professional up here. You get, drink service and everything up here. So here we go. Hodgson, first down and 10 to the 32. Double tight ends, double wing, or double receiver. They give it to Hale again, and he's stuffed in the backfield. That's Whitehead and Johnston on the tackle. Or I'm sorry, that's number 38. I think that was, not quite sure who that was. Because I know it's 88. Ryan Fields, Jason. Nice job there by Fields and Whitehead.
Yes, good job. That's how you have to. You don't have to bring Hale down by have 2 or 3 guys to bring him down because.
And you're going to have to take the legs from underneath him because he will drive you forward. The Hale comes out here. Number 6, Nazir Billups comes in. He gets the. Henry pulls it. Oh, what a move! Henry gets down inside the 20-yard line. What a move there by C.J. Henry.
Yes.
There is a penalty marker on the field, however, and we're going to see what this one is. And it's going to be holding against the Silver Eagles. That's going to be big.
Yeah.
That's a big call right there. But you see it. They ran dive, and then Henry finally pulls it. It's a great play call there. It's unfortunate that they end up the holding penalty right there. Hale comes back in. Jason, early on in this one, both offenses have kind of been able to move the ball.
Yes.
It's just that Middletown finished off their drive. Let's see what Hodgson can do here.
Yeah, I was going to say, with that penalty being downfield, Pat, it doesn't look like it's as costly. It looks like it's going to be second and about 10.
And if you're Hodgson, it's not, like you said, it's not a back-breaking penalty.
No.
So here we go. Trips to the near side, and it's the short side of the field. Hale in the backfield with Henry. Henry drops back, looking to pass. Fires, and it's completed. Nice throw to number 3, Michael Sanchez. Gets the ball down to the 24-yard line, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Nice play right there by Henry.
Right, and you on a 2nd and 10, you get a nice 8-yard pass. 3rd and manageable, and like I said, they're in 4-down territory. Here yards, you like your chances.
And let's see, they got number 30, of course, Darius Hale in the backfield. He's been the workhorse early in this one, and it's a short yardage situation right here for Hodgson. Trips to the near side. Henry gives it off to Hale. He fights forward, and he's going to get that 1st down. Tripped up there by Jeffrey Lockwood, number 13, but the Silver Eagles pick up a 1st.
Yes.
They keep on moving.
Nice good drive here by Hodgson, Pat, as they try and answer the call.
So here we go.
The cowbells are going nuts here.
You got to love the cowbells. Here comes Hale once again, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, but again, fights his way forward and turns a no-yard gain into about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Yeah.
Tackle made by number 29, Jonathan Smith.
He's going to fight for extra yards all night, Pat. And there he gets a nice job getting 3 on it.
You've got to take his legs.
Yes.
That's the only way you're going to stop him from bouncing off of you. He's going to be a force, Jason. He's only a sophomore. He is going to be a force in the state of Delaware for the next for the playoff run and then the next 2 seasons as well. 2 tight ends set here for Hodgson. And it's Hale getting around the outside, and it's what a Nick Johnston coming up and doing what we talked about,
Yes.
Jason. Taking the legs
Out. That's one way to get him down.
Hale, they've been taking him inside, inside, inside. They bounce that one to the outside. Picks up about 3 yards on that play. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 as we tick under 25 seconds to go here until the end of the first quarter. See, there's going to be time for one more play. 2 tight ends again. Let's see what they go. Play action pass. Henry rolling to his right, making him a miss, and he's going to run. He's going to try and run for it. He's across the 10-yard line. The ball comes loose. The ball comes loose. And Middletown has recovered. What a turn of events there for the young freshman quarterback in Hodgson. And that's how the first quarter is going to end, Jay.
Yeah, and what a way there to end the first quarter.
Trying to fight for extra yardage, and that ball pops loose. And that's how this first quarter is going to end. 7-0, Middletown on top after 1 quarter of play here on the 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week. We're going to step aside for a little commercial break. We're going to come back right after this.
Every time I get a commercial.
Every time we go to commercial, things decide to go, hey. Yeah, so we got a little stoppage in play. Kedrick Whitehead going to the sideline on this.
All the players we mentioned up at the top is coming through so far for this Middletown.
Yeah, Nick Johnston, he's all reliable. I mean, he reminds me a lot of that Wes Welker, that I don't want to say this, but Cole Beasley, because he's a Cowboy. But he's got to cut out of that mold, and he picks up another first down for Middletown, and they're grooving now on offense after starting off at their own 5 after the turnover. Two set, Fry looking, firing high, but what a great hands catch there by Isaias Guthrie. It's going to be a 6.5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, nice play there, and if you could get 6-7 yards every time on first down, coach will be happy.
And that's tied a game. You turn it over, and you might have some, sails deflated, and then Middletown comes out and starts moving the football down your throat a little bit. We're going to see what happens here with Hodgson. Let's see how they answer. One thing you haven't seen much of is Jalik Hayward, number 9 in white. He's been kind of neutralized in this one. Here's Fry going right up the middle, bouncing it outside, takes off a hit, and gets a first down.
Yeah, good job there by Fry as he gets the first down.
And Fry's a big young man himself, 6'2". He's only 180 pounds, but he's a thick 180 pounds. able to bounce off defenders and pick up the first down. And Middletown now across the 50. Checking back into the game for Middletown is Najee Smith, number 20. Let's keep an eye on the speedster there.
Yeah. He gets to the outside. He's quick enough to take it to the house. As you see, the coaching staff pulled up cards for the next play. Kind of like the old college offenses that you see nowadays.
Yeah, the no huddle. They give it. Oh, my, what a hit. And there he is, the man we were talking about. Oh, my. Jalik Hayward.
That's one way to stop the offense.
He's going to get an unsportsmanlike there, but I think you got to let him. You got to let him. After a hit like that,
I mean,
holy smokes.
I think that's
that's a shame. I mean, that's a shame right there.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a play by Hayward, and it's also good to see who they're calling Scrappy Smith. It's good to see him get up after a hit like that.
After a hit.
That's a slacks hoagie shack whack.
That's a backbreaker for the Hodgson defense.
It's a shame. It's a shame that he got penalized for that. But we're going to see what happens here. About 8:36 remaining till halftime. Middletown driving. Let's see if that wakes Hodgson up, though, a little bit. Big hit like that could turn the tide back in their favor. So here we go. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line for the Cavaliers. Fry drops back. He's looking. Steps up. Still floating around. Going near side. He's hit and gets forward. Actually ends up picking up about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah,
before he goes out of bounds.
Nice play there by Fry. He scrambled. Great defense by Hodgson. He couldn't find the receiver open. And then he goes forward and gets the 5 yards.
A little Carson Wentz in that play.
Yeah.
Navigating himself through the pocket, taking off and running, ends up picking up about 4.5 yards.
Yes.
So 2nd down and 6 here. Middletown trying to take command of this game. Hodgson trying to survive.
Yeah, and this is a nice drive of Middletown. Started at zone 5, and it's taken 4 minutes off the clock already.
This is one of those drives that could be a gut punch.
Yeah.
So it'd be see if Hodgson can recover.
Possible 14-point swing.
2 men in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near side. They give it to Smith. He's around the outside. He's got the edge, and he can fly, folks.
Yes.
Let's see him go. He
what
makes
a
one
cut.
cut. He's in.
Touchdown.
Touchdown for the young sophomore,
30.
Najee Smith.
Yeah, what a run. And like you said, once he gets to the outside, Pat, he's quick enough that he can get to the outside and he takes it to the house.
And there's going to be another unsportsmanlike. This one's going against Middletown. It's going against Kenny Edlin, who just kind of pointed up to the Hodgson faithful in the stands and must have uttered some words that are not allowed to be uttered out there.
Yeah. I don't think Coach Blum's happy with that penalty. He went out there and told the senior, let's be smart out there.
As they just go up 13-0, it's unnecessary.
Yeah, because now all of a sudden the kickoff is going to be back at your own 25 instead of the 40, and Hodgson could get good field position out of it.
And it also, and let's be honest, let's go back to what was the key play there. It was the unsportsmanlike against Jalik Hayward after a bone-jarring hit.
Yeah.
And that kind of set Middletown back in motion. Instead of a 2nd and 14, they get a 1st and 10.
Yes.
And 19 yards.
Right.
Because
19
of the
yard
four-yard
difference,
loss, right?
Yeah. 15-yard penalty, the 4-yard loss. So 8:13 left here in the second quarter.
Middletown, a Caleb away from going up 2 scores, 14-0 in this one. It's safe to say Hodgson's going to have to give an answer here.
Yes.
Got to get something on the board.
Point after
is up, and it's good as Bierlin makes it 14-0.
And this is the start that if you're a Middletown fan that you want it. Hodgson's coming into your house, and you get the first 2 touchdowns of this one. Potential 14-point swing there, Pat, because Hodgson was down in Middletown's red zone when they turned the ball over. And Middletown goes 95 yards.
It was a crucial mistake by the young freshman, and it kind of turned the tide. It could have been a 7-7 game, and instead it's 14-0. That's a 14-point swing, Jack.
Yes.
We're going to send this down to Vinny Pinella. He kind of got that big time look at that big hit.
Great play, got off the block. Big reminds me of Jadeveon Clowney against Michigan a few years back. But unbelievable play. I think he got a taunting penalty at the end. I watched that, but other than that, phenomenal play, great player.
He's exactly right. That did kind of reminisce of Jadeveon Clowney back in the day. We're going to go back down to him for a report on Kedrick Whitehead in a little bit, too, to see if he can find any scoopage on that. Anyway, this kickoff is retrieved by Raymond Mapp. He's around the sidelines. He's got a hole. He's up and down. Gets to the 40-yard line. That's where he's tackled there by number 56.
There's unsportsmanlike penalty costs Middletown field position as Hodgson gets the ball in Middletown territory at the, looks like about the 39-yard line in Middletown.
So that's a big time 15 yards there.
Yeah.
They get the ball. They're 40 yards away from a touchdown. And obviously, look, Coach Blum pulling his team to the sideline, telling them, enough.
Yes.
No more talking. Let's get through this game right now. There's a lot of time left. You can't afford to be giving them 15 yards or possible ejections.
Right.
Here comes the Hodgson offense. Now, they got to have a little bit of confidence because they've been able to move the ball again.
They had a
They just got to stay out of their own way.
Great running offense. And now see, this is smart by the referee. He's got both teams in there, and I think he's telling them, listen, anytime you guys talk, it's going to be a flag. And that's what.
They rolled the captains in, and that's exactly what they told him, Jason. And it's good. Get the chippiness out of the way. There's no need for it. Let's just play football. You guys are both great teams. It does not need it.
Like we said, this is for the Flight 8 title. Both teams are in the playoffs, so this is just a way for both teams to get a win.
And there's a rollout pass completed out there to number 23, Najee Lally, the freshman. A lot of freshmen on this Hodgson roster. That's going to be about maybe 1 yard on the play, 2 yards on the play on that completion. Bring it down 2nd down and 8.
Short passes, and they are short. But eventually that's going to open maybe a pump and go pat or something like that. So Middletown's defense has got to be aware of that. I think that was the first time they passed on first down tonight.
So here's Henry. They're going to try to pass the game again. He rolls back, stays in the pocket, makes a man miss. Looking, what a throw and what a catch there by number 13, Raymond Mapp.
He threaded that needle right in there. What a pass and a great catch. And Pat, all of a sudden, Hodgson's in business. They've been able to move the ball in this Middletown defense.
They have.
Last time was the turnover deep in the red zone. And the first time they got down to the Middletown 38 before they had to punt the ball.
And the poise of the young freshman, recovering, driving them down the field. Here goes Hale. He bounces forward, and this man, he's tough to bring down.
Yeah.
And he still gets 5 yards on that carry.
Yeah, he just carries defenders with him for a few extra yards. And he's a big guy and an impressive runner. He just runs really, really hard.
The sophomore picks up 5 on first down, 2nd and 5 here for the Silver Eagles.
Yeah.
As we're joined here by Mr. Blue Hen himself, Benny Pinella.
Benny's in the house.
He is.
Blue Hen's final home game tomorrow night.
Trips to the far side. Here's Henry dropping back, stepping up in the pocket, firing. He's got an open man, and he completes it once again. So number 13, Raymond Mapp, and they're moving inside the 10-yard line.
Here we go again, man. Hodgson is moving the ball offensively. This is a big key here.
The pocket presence of the young freshman is extraordinary right there. Hangs in the pocket, waits for the defense to break down, and finds the open receiver. It's unbelievable. If they can pass the ball as well as run, this game could make a turn. And there's a penalty there. Big old number 76 jumps off sides for Hodgson. It's going to move him back 5 yards. First and goal from outside the 10.
Those are the penalties. You're moving the ball now. All of a sudden, you push yourself back 5 yards.
But here's the thing. If you're Nico Wiggins, you got to just let it go. Just let it go. Let's move on to the next play. Son, this stuff like that happens. We're still in good. We're still in a good situation.
Don't let it
here.
affect you mentally.
Right.
Is what you're trying to say. Get it out of your head.
We're still in a good situation. We can still put points on the board.
Yeah, you got first and goal for the 12 now.
And you got a hot quarterback and a hot running back.
Yeah. 6:20 left. here in the second quarter.
Trips to the far side. That's where Henry's going to roll. He's going to look. He's going to throw the ball, and it's going to be incomplete. There's going to be a penalty flag on the play. And I think they're going to get Smith there for interference. Niger Smith in the coverage there. He did kind of have his arm around him, and it almost looked like it was unnecessary.
That's enough.
The officials talking this one over, and Jay, I mean, did you see what I saw there?
Yeah.
Potential interference?
Interference. I think he got him with his hand.
And they
around
do. They
the
call
back.
it. So that should be a spot foul, correct? Because it's under 15 yards?
I believe so. Or half a distance.
It looked like that was a spot foul, so it's going to is it going to be second? It should be second down, or maybe a repeat of first down.
No, probably replay first down because it was first and goal from 12.
And that ball's at the 7-yard line right now. So Hodgson's in business here. Middletown stacking the line, anticipating a carry to this man right here, number 30, Darius Hale. He's pushing forward. He's inside the 5.
Yeah.
I think he gets down to about the 3-yard line.
And he was, oh my God,
he's a load. I'm telling you.
And like you said, the host of Cavaliers have to, because one man is not bringing him down.
Look, Jason, I mean, I like to consider myself a grown man at 25 years old, but I would not want to step in front of that 15, 16-year-old young man down there that's playing football for Hodgson.
Absolutely.
That's a big hombre. So here we go. Second and goal. 4-yard line for Hodgson. They got the full house, the wishbone backfield, throwing it back to the 80s. It's Hale on a carry. He's in for a touchdown.
What a drive there by Hodgson. They go 40 yards. And with 5:25 left, Pat, they're within 8, 14-6.
They're smash mouth football right there. The old wishbone formation, throwing it back to the days of Homa. With Coach Barry Switzer, my Uncle Joe Potts. 14-6.
And you're absolutely right. Joe Potts will like that.
You know who else would like that? Coach Dave Batafarano from Delcastle. I keep throwing these guys out because they're watching. I got to give them shout-outs. He's a big proponent of smash mouth football.
Yeah. The big number 60.
That's the man. I'm telling you, this young man is unbelievable. Josiah Villa-Lopez, as he boots that one up and through the uprights, and we're 14-7. Momentum starting to shift back to Hodgson here.
And what an answer. You go down 2 scores. You just had that swing where you were about to go in. You turn the ball over. They go 95 yards to take that 2-score lead. And you had great composure by the freshman quarterback. And he led his team on a great 40-yard drive there. And now all of a sudden you're back within 7.
3 big completions in that one. First play of that drive for 3 yards, then a 8-yard or 10-yard pickup, and then another like 15-yard throw. Is Pinella trying to get me on the Snapchat or something, trying to distract me, and he was successful. But it was a great drive there by Henry, and it was a big answer for Hodgson. They needed that.
And I'm sure Coach
in less than 3 minutes, Jay.
Had the ball first, so Hodgson will start the second half, but there's still 5:25 left in this half.
And if you're Hodgson, you need to stop right now.
Yes.
You need to stop. And if you're Middletown, you want to go up by 2 scores.
And Middletown's doing a great job on the ground tonight between Whitehead and Smalls. They've
Smith, yeah.
Smith.
But one thing to keep an eye on is Kedrick Whitehead on the sideline.
Yep.
Helmet not even in hand.
No.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Of course, Vinny Pinella was down on the sideline, but with the technical difficulties, we're not going to be able to go down to him anymore. After that squib kick, though, back to the play on the field, Middletown's in good field position here at the 40-yard line.
Yep.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Of course, he got injured earlier in this contest, and it does now. He's pacing the sidelines, and it's such a big game, and it's so close to playoff time, that could loom large.
Yeah, and Middletown, I believe, will be the top seed. Win or lose, I think they have enough points to hold on to the top spot.
So here we go.
This is an important game for Hodgson because a win here, they might be able to get the 2 seed in that first round bye.
First down run there by number 15, Alexis Green, the senior, picks up about 6 yards. So a good run on first down for the Cavaliers.
Backfield, they can get the ins and outs of these people and mix it up good. So. good run there, and like you said, you can get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You'll take it, and for most importantly, that clock's running. Middletown's got that one lead.
And the score. Vinny Pinella, of course, down on the sideline. Tried to get an update on Kedrick Whitehead. He was refused that opportunity. So we'll just have to keep an eye on whether or not he comes back in. As you see right there, once again, Green on the carry, taking it across midfield and down inside the 40-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, and Middletown has been able to run the ball on Hodgson tonight, which we've seen Hodgson earlier this year, and they have a good run defense. And so you got to be impressed with this Middletown offensive line. They're opening the holes.
And what it is Hodgson, you have to respect the pass so much with Middletown that it
Yes.
opens up those running
right.
lanes because you got to worry about the pass. And if the receivers are running you off as a secondary player, you have to run with them.
Yes.
You can't let them get behind you, and that kind of opens the field up. So here we go. Coach Blum giving the play in to Drew Fry. Middletown rushes up to the lines. We tick approaching 4 minutes until halftime here. Backfield in the shotgun. He gives it off once again to Green, who's tripped up and gets stopped right at around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, much better defense there by Hodgson this time, as they would not let Green get the momentum and holds them to a short gain.
About a 2-yard pickup there, bringing up a 2nd down and 8 for Middletown.
3:40 left here in the first half. 14-7 Middletown. And moving the ball again. They've been able to move the ball on offense today.
Both teams have.
Yeah.
It's just come down to a crucial, plays here or
Yep.
there, shooting yourselves in the foot, personal fouls, turnovers. Same formation here, full house backfield, and they're going to pitch it out to Smith, and look at him go.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Shot out of a cannon. Inside the 20-yard line goes Najee Smith. That young man can fly.
Yes.
However,
Dirty laundry on the field there, Pat.
there it is. It's dirty, folks. It is dirty. The dirtiest.
Yep. And this, I believe, is going to be a hold, at least some
That's-
kind of block in the back.
That is in the area of where they would call holding. Middletown kind of signaling, yeah, they caught me.
So that's going to be a costly penalty because
That's a huge penalty. It's a huge penalty because
yeah.
Smith set them up inside a 20-yard line
And now
in scoring position.
And now you're back to about a 2nd and 16.
I mean, talk about the wheels that Najee Smith has. Unreal, isn't it, Jason?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
this guy. Holy smokes.
He's got the jets, and he just powers forward, and nice run there. And
I don't even drive that fast.
no, yeah. and he's a sophomore.
Two great sophomore
Yeah.
backs in this game. Different styles. Here we go. Oh, what a play. They timed the snap count there, and it's number 41, who is not listed on the roster, making the play. Actually, was it 41 or was it 40? Actually, I think this young man is, and I apologize. I believe that was Eric Shimko.
Yeah, and like you said, what he did was he timed the snap count.
He did.
And he was just in there, and he makes a nice play.
Third time's the charm, Jay. It's 44, Clarence Travis on that play. But that was a heck of a play.
Now all of a sudden it's 3rd and 25, and if you're Hodgson with 2:15 left, you get the stop here.
I would have called a timeout right here.
Yeah.
Keep that clock from tipping. Save yourself another 25.
And Hodgson has 2 timeouts left here in the first half. Middletown all 3.
To the near side are going to go with the quick screen. Edlin, it's bobbled and nearly
almost picked off.
intercepted. They're saying that might have been a fumble. It's a live ball.
And if that's the case, Hodgson's got it.
Oh, my. We're going to wait.
Now they're talking. I think this might be incomplete. Let's see.
They got to talk this one over. It looked like it went forward from our perspective. It looked like that was a forward pass.
They might have to put some more time on because the clock continues to run.
Incomplete. I think that's the right call.
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
that's the right call.
But it was almost intercepted after it
was.
bobbled off.
Vaughn Wood had his hands on it,
Yeah.
and if he wasn't falling to the ground, I think he would have had it.
Yep. And now you got a minute 51.
So 4th down, and they're going to punt this one away.
Right.
Raymond Matt back deep to return this. Still 1:51 remaining till halftime. Hodgson does have some time, although they're not really a quick strike offense, and that might be a costly mistake.
Did not let that bounce. I think it would have got maybe another 5 or 10 yards on this turf.
Without a doubt, as Middletown downs it at about the 22-yard line. Now here, let's see what Hodgson can do. Minute 43, it's the 2-minute drill right here. Let's see what the Silver Eagles can put together.
And I've been impressed with their passing game on that last drive. It was pretty impressive.
And let's see what Henry can do, the young freshman who's got so much poise, bouncing back from an early turnover that cost his team 7. Let's see if he can regain that right here. Minute 43 remaining.
Minute 43, 2 timeouts.
Trips coming to the near side. Hale in the backfield with Henry. Douglas, far side. Henry back hit as he got it. Let's see, he's out of bounds on the catch.
I think he was out of bounds.
He caught the ball, but he was out of bounds.
Yep. And
Henry took a big-time shot there. That was a great throw, though. Under the ball.
Catch the ball.
It's just a little bit out of bounds.
But like you said, it's not going to be a turnover because you know what? If my guy isn't catching it, you're not catching it.
Exactly. So here we go. Only 7 seconds come off. It's 2nd down and 10.
Like we said, they still have 2 timeouts.
2-by-2 set. Of course, Middletown in that cover 2 defense. There's going to be a penalty. It's going to be blown dead. There must have been movement.
I thought numbered.
And there was.
In the backfield. I think the fullback.
The cowbells are coming out now.
Now all of a sudden, 2nd and 15. And the way throw a couple incomplete passes, Middletown still got 3 timeouts. Something to think about here. Hodgson.
That right here for Hodgson. Hale in the backfield with Henry. 2nd and 15. They give it to Hale. Goes up the middle, falls forward, picks up the penalty yardage back pretty much. Clock is going to tick now.
Yeah, and I like that call. You're deep in your own territory. And you know Middletown's got 3 timeouts left, so maybe just make them run the ball and use a timeout.
And they do. Coach Blum calls a timeout, stopping the clock, bringing up a 3rd and 11 with 1:19 left to go until halftime. And this game's been everything we've expected.
Yeah, so we knew it was going to be a go-on Flight A title on the line. Speaking of that, the Henlope and South is Delmar and Woodbridge are playing downstate.
That's on 302 Sports as well. Benny Mitchell.
Benny Mitchell and gang are bringing you that game down there. So another conference title on the line. And then Friends Tower Hill tonight at Tower Hill. The independent conference titles on the line. Last time I saw it was 7-0 Friends.
It's a great Week 10 filled with great matchups with a lot of stuff on the line. And just looking down there at number 3 in blue, Kedrick Whitehead has a pretty severe limp down there on the sideline, so I don't know if we're going to see him again in this game, which is unfortunate.
And especially with the weather, it's a cold night. Those are the type of injuries that are hard to get loose.
Let him rest up, get ready for the playoffs. Henry rolling up into the pocket, looking, he's going to throw, and it's going to be intercepted by number 14 there, Michael Wilson.
Yeah, it was almost like a punt.
Henry was hit as he threw, and I think that made all the difference. He couldn't really get a lot on that throw.
And now all of a sudden with 1:10 left, Middletown's at the Hodgson 42-yard line. Yeah. 1:10 left.
Officials, I guess they're talking about where the ball is going to be spotted here. But you're exactly right. Middletown now has a chance to go up by 2 scores here. Plenty of time. 2 timeouts left. They're in good field position. And they have a kicker. Let's keep that in mind as well.
Absolutely. She has a leg, Pat.
She does. Kayla Bierland can come in and put one through if they can get maybe inside the 15-yard line around that area.
On a chilly, chilly, chilly night.
Here is the full house backfield in the shotgun, something you really see.
Yep.
Edlin split to the near side, Johnston to the far side.
Seeing a lot of different formations for the Middletown offense tonight.
This one's just going to be Drew Fry going right up the gut and getting a very small gain. Actually, he ends up picking up about 3 yards.
Yeah.
tackle made there by number 48, John Monk, and number 59, Wendell Lima.
Down to 53 seconds to count. Middletown. With the score lead is content on running his offense here.
You gotta keep an eye on a deep shot here, Jay.
Absolutely.
I think that's why they're saving the timeout for a potential field goal. I mean, it is ticking down to 30 seconds, and this is a risky decision, but I expect them to take a deep shot right now.
Yeah, almost 30 seconds to come off the clock since the tackle.
Single high safety.
I think we got a delay game.
Dead.
And there you go. And then you get the
unsportsmanlike again. It's been chippy, Jason. We've been saying it, and the officials warned both teams, and there's another one.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to go on the sideline.
The Middletown sideline.
Middletown kind of unraveling right here before halftime and taking themselves out of their own scoring chance.
Yeah. Well, I think the first one was a delay game. And then I believe after that, a couple penalties.
Delay a game. Then the dead ball. Personal foul against, and then a sideline warning.
Yes.
So only 2 of those penalties are going to be enforced, and then next time the sideline comes into play, it will be a penalty on Middletown.
But that's 20 yards of penalties right there. And 21.2 seconds left. Well, if you're Middletown, you might take a knee a couple times, but.
And if you're Hodgson, that's huge to only be down 7 points at halftime despite 2 turnovers.
And you get the ball to start the second half. So you take this. You can go in at halftime, make the adjustments that you need.
Let's see. I mean, and you never know. I wouldn't put it past Middletown to take a shot here.
Right.
I really wouldn't.
Might as well, right? You got Fry. He's got an arm.
They're not quite the gamblers that Smyrna is, but, I mean, they're confident. Let's see what they do. They got the field spread out here. Johnston and Edlin to the near side. That's Guthrie. And I believe Teagle to the far side to give it off in the backfield. This one's going to be Green on the carry. He's going to pick up a short gain, and that clock's going to tick down to halftime.
Yeah. Hodgson had 2 timeouts. I thought maybe they might try one and bring up a third and long, but I think if you're Hodgson, you just want to get in and make some adjustments.
If you're Hodgson, you're not in a terrible position right now. Things could be a lot worse. They could be a lot better, but they could be a lot worse right now for the Silver Eagles. 14-7, your score time of our 302 Sports Spotlight 10.
The seedings for the playoffs come out Sunday sometime. The committee meets early in the morning. You'll have 4 first-round Division II matchups the first week and 2 Division I. So you got 6 games next weekend.
And by the time we go live at the CYO Championships, we'll have the playoff brackets in hand to announce on that coverage. Of course, you can watch those games. Are we doing both? We're doing the JV 4th, 5th, and 6th grade championships. That's at 5 o'clock, and then the varsity champions, 7th and 8th grade, will be following at about 7.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night.
It's going to be a great night to get some youth football in, but we'll step aside right now. We're going to, of course, no commercial, so we're going to flash the graphic. This is the perfect time to go get yourself a late night snack, maybe some dinner. Come back. We'll be back in a couple minutes with a halftime update and the second half of our 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week. 14-7, Middletown on top of Hodgson at the half. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Shake down tonight. Shake your booty. Okay, they burst on my glove. And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Delaware's #1 for high school sports in the state of Delaware, 302 Sports. This is our spotlight game of the week. It's a doozy, 14-7 Middletown on top of Hodgson, and we saw a pretty competitive first half. And if you're Hodgson,
Yep.
you gotta like where you're sitting.
Absolutely, and you turned the ball over a couple times. Middletown's got out to a 14-0 lead. You got one of those scores back, and now you get the ball to start the second half. This is exactly what, if you're Hodgson, this is what you wanted. You know, you're on the road.
You're in a game.
You're in the
with
game.
the #1 team undefeated in the state. And let's see, Jason. I mean, anything can happen. One score here, we're tied up.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
And, like we said, there's a lot of big games on the schedule today, and this is one of them.
There's the squib kick. Shout out to SpongeBob there.
There you go. But I think it was before the whistle.
So let's see what they're going to call here. That might be an offsides against the Cavs. There it is. And that's when it's going to move it back 5. And Hodgson's going to be set up once again with great field position.
Yeah, and they've been getting good field position all night.
And it's crucial when you don't have, I don't know if they're intentionally not kicking it deep.
Yeah.
Or if that's just, what they have at the position. But it is something that, it's in Hodgson's favor right now.
Yes, absolutely. Like we said, you're only trailed by 7 points.
So here we go. That one's a little better. The squib gets all the way through. Darius Hale's going to have to retrieve to the 21-yard line and pick it up. Not much of a hole, but look at him. Just boom. Chris Berman would love that run right there, Jay.
Yeah.
Across the 3rd line, and I think forward progress will have him stopped at about the 31.
I don't think he was brought down. He was
still on his feet,
on his feet. Just the forward movement was stopped.
I had a teammate back, and I don't like to go back and talk about my high school career, but I just can't help it. I had a teammate back in the day, Eric Patton, and went on and played at University of Delaware. He was similar.
Yeah.
No, he never was. I don't think he was ever brought down to the ground in 4 years of high school football.
No, and he, like you said, he was just a powerful runner.
And Hale kind of reminds me of him in a way. So here we go. 2 receivers to the near side are going to give it to Hale up the middle, and he's swallowed in the backfield, and he's going nowhere. That's number 13, Jeffrey Lockwood, shooting through and making a play. That's a good start for the Middletown defense.
It looks like the middle defense made some adjustments in the here just to come out of the locker room ready for that play, and they did not let Hale get any yards on that one.
This is a game of adjustments, and that might be the first one we see. What you saw out of that formation a lot is that dive play.
Right.
You saw him once or twice. You saw Henry keep it, and you've seen some play action out of it. Perhaps Middletown can kind of narrow down the plays right here, and let's see if Hodgson has anything else to bring out of it here. They got a little bit of jet motion coming across. It's a rollout. Nice play by Henry, making 2 men miss, still keeping his eyes downfield. A 3rd man misses, and he ain't going to make 4 men miss.
No.
Eventually it caught up to him, and Ryan Fields is going to get the sack.
Yeah. And like you said, he made a miss, but you can't make 4 guys missing. That's a big sack. And now you bring up a 3rd and long, and this is exactly what the Middletown defense wanted.
This is a huge statement right here by Middletown that they can come down and shut down Hodgson, because Hodgson had a chance to really make things interesting here.
And they've been moving the ball all night on this Middletown defense.
So we'll see what C.J. Henry can do here.
Yeah.
The young freshman, he's been extremely impressive. Despite throwing an interception and having a fumble, he's been poised, and he's actually made a couple big plays through the passing game.
Yep.
So let's see, trips to the near side here for the Eagles, the Silver Eagles. Henry takes the snap, he drops back, steps up, looking, he points his receiver deep, he's going to Douglas, and it's going to be incomplete. misses him to the inside on that play. That was really great coverage there by Ernest Washington.
Yeah, and they forced the 3 and out of your Middletown's defense. Now you're going to give your offense some good field position here to start the second half.
I apologize. That was Michael Wilson on the coverage. But, yes, without a doubt, it kind of flips the field because you don't allow Hodgson to get a drive together. And now Middletown's going to have good field position.
Smith throws a good ball on the run, though, man. That was
He does.
a nice
Henry,
throw.
yeah. Washington. Avila Lopez with the punt, and it's a boomer. It's a wobbler, knuckling its way to the midfield, and it's going to keep bouncing to about the 41-yard line, and that's where Middletown's going to start their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, we said they were going to get good field position, and that is they start their own 41. Middletown moved the ball effectively in the first half, but like we said, way ahead.
Knee, almost a knee, kind of leg injury. He's limping down on the sideline. Let's see what they can do now, knowing that he's not coming back in this one. Junior quarterback Drew Fry in the passing game.
Did have a good running game without it, and that's not
trip set here to the near side. Fry drops back, sits in the pocket. He's got Edlin deep,
wide
and
open.
What a throw and a catch as Edlin runs the wheel route, and that's going to get the ball down to the 20. But there's a penalty right here on the sidelines, and this may be enforced.
The sideline.
This may be enforced. They already were warned once. This could be 15 yards, but a great throw there by Fry. He was protected well, stayed in the pocket, and delivered a nice pass to Edlin.
Would that be a post-possession?
We're going to see. It's going to be an interesting call. Is it a spot foul? Is it after the completion? What is it here? I would think it's after.
Yeah.
My guess, and this is a completely, probably shouldn't do this, but I think it's going to be after the play. So here we go.
Unsportsmanlike sideline warning.
They warned them once, and it's what happens. Coach Blum, of course, is not happy about that. Field position is such. All these yards are crucial in a close game.
And it is from the end of the play. Looks like it went down to the 26-yard line.
So perhaps only a 5-yard penalty.
Wow, yeah. I thought it was a big 15-yard penalty, but apparently it's only 5.
So here we go, and here comes the quickster out there, Najir Smith, number 20 from Middletown. This kid, we've seen it. I mean, he is an absolute spark plug out there, road runner, so to speak. I'm pretty sure when he starts running, it makes that noise that meep, boom, he's off, ready to go.
And he's into the end zone.
And they split him out to the near side in motion. They give it up. Their team rumbling down the field. That's Jeffrey Lockwood, who gets first down yardage inside the 20 to the 15-yard line.
And Lockwood's getting it done both on offense and defense here to start the second half. He made that nice tackle on Hodgson's first play, and there he gets a nice run down to the 15-yard line here. And 9:20 left here in the third quarter. It's 14-7 Middletown, but Middletown is in the Hodgson red zone.
He's a nice compliment, Lockwood, because he's that power back, that lumbering run you over type back where you see a lot of speed and scat back types here with Middletown.
Yeah,
so here we go. Again. Fry on the slant, hits Edlin in stride, and he's inside the 5-yard line to about the 3.
Yep.
Beautiful pitch and catch there. Fry to Edlin.
And like you said, it was a nice pitch and catch. Nice slant route. Gets it first and goal.
And you see that so far early in this one, Middletown is big stop, and now they're cashing in.
So Middletown made some good adjustments at halftime and looking to get their 2-score lead back.
That they are, and Coach Blum giving the Fry.
There's number cards.
Yep. Some placards on the sideline there. They're sticking with this full house backfield, and there's going to be a timeout on the field that Coach Blum wants to talk over, make sure he gets the right play in and doesn't get a 5-yard penalty.
19 left. I saw at halftime. Sally's was leading St. Mark's 24-6.
24-6, halftime of that. That's also actually, believe it or not, a sac muscle disease game.
Yeah.
As Sally's has now jumped on board with a Muscle Movement Foundation.
Very.
So they had 4 that one. Like a little sliver, maybe a playoff.
They need Apoquinimink to beat William Penn tonight for any chance of Salesian to get in.
There you have it.
So William Penn will. It looks like William Penn will get the last spot as long as they get beat Apoquinimink tonight. Because season last time. And what a season after a 2-8 record last year, you go 7-3.
Woodbridge trailing Delmar at the moment.
So Delmar would win the Henlopen South. Woodbridge might be out. It's something interesting.
Defending champs. That would be interesting. It's 28-8. William
Penn
on top.
So
that's a final.
So William Penn is in the playoffs, but we'll find out Sunday.
There's Fry up the middle, pounding. He
Somebody's short. Probably at the inch.
He's at the inch line. Fry not quite getting in. Of course, we heard Smyrna defeating, believe Polytech. So it's 46-0. Will Knight was 130 yards away from the all-time state rushing record in that game. We don't have an official yet, but when you see a score like that, you have to think Will Knight is the new record holder.
Right. And what a turnaround for Smyrna. They were 0-2 to start the season. They finished 8-2, and probably going to have the second seed behind Middletown.
And a congrats to Will Knight, assuming that he did eclipse that mark. That's a heck of an accomplishment.
Yeah, it is.
And he'll be immortalized.
And a delay of game penalty. That's a killer.
Where's my coach, Joe Hempel? Where's my old coach, Joe Hempel? He would be infuriated right now.
As a quarterback, you gotta pay attention to that referee.
You're exactly right. I mean, and I talked about it on the sideline reports a couple weeks ago in the Salesiana game. Just a time out with Coach Blum.
So
you can see the official in the back waving his hands. That's when you know you're at 5 seconds on play clock.
Yeah. And I think this is 2 timeouts already taken by Middletown here to start the second half.
That could be something huge here. If Hodgson could somehow get a stop here, you burn 2 Middletown timeouts, and this game stays close. That could come into play later.
I think Blum wanted to say he got the timeout before the penalty, but it looks like they moved the ball back to the 6.
They did.
So, but now the referee's calling the linesman, and let's see what happens here.
They're going to talk this one over. They're going to chat. They're going to say, where are you going to dinner tonight? I was thinking Olive Garden. I'm not so sure about it.
We're not hitting the dollar menu.
Not hitting the dollar menu. We hit the dollar menu one time. Basketball season, Coach Dickie Rago bought us some dollar menu stuff after we defeated Milford.
We were down when I was at Sally's, down at Indian River to start the year, and we hit the McDonald's on the way back.
Yeah, man. Probably the same McDonald's, believe it or not, Jay.
Yep, absolutely. Right there, right before you get back on Route 1.
Yeah, I think it might have been.
And it was 11:30 on a Friday night. I don't think the workers were too happy.
They probably were not. Seeing a couple Salesian gentlemen stroll in like that.
Here we go. 2 busfuls.
Back to play here. They give it off to Green up the middle. He's charging his way forward. He's down to about the 2 or 3 yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and going out for Middletown.
This is a key stop here for Hodgson. They can force them to maybe a field goal instead of the touchdown. All of a sudden, it's a 10-point game instead of a 14-point.
It's another Middletown player down, and I believe that's Alexis Green, which would be the 2nd running back on the night Middletown would see go to the turf like that, which would be really unfortunate for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, we said Middletown, the one thing is they have depth at running back, and we've seen that here tonight, but you start losing 2 or 3, you start getting into the, especially with the playoffs right around the corner.
And you're going to bring in Najir Smith, who is slight in build. He's a speed guy.
Yeah.
He's strictly going to the outside. And then I guess you would rely on him going to the outside and Lockwood up the middle. Which is, it's a great problem to have. You can have 2 running backs go down with him. As they're still talking to Green.
So 3 conference titles on the line tonight. As we got Friends Tower Hill, Middletown Hodgson,
and then that Milford and Woodbridge game.
Delmar Woodbridge.
That's it.
And if Woodbridge wins, it's a 3-way tie and then they start going by point differential and stuff like that. So it could get crazy. Also, Howard Glasgow.
Flight B.
Flight B. And AI, if Glasgow beats Howard, then AI, it's a three-way tie.
So here we go. 3rd and goal. Let's look for number 9 here, Jalik Hayward. That ball's given to him, and Hayward makes a tackle, and he's going to be short of the goal line. I tell you what, Najee Smith, though, give him some credit, stayed low there and shot the hole hard, but Hayward's he's a grown man out there, number 9 at white.
Now it's an interesting call here. Do you put the points on the board, or do you go for the touchdown here? I think you go for the touchdown.
They are, and Alexis Green comes back on the field for Middletown, so all is well with number 15 in blue, and the decision has been made. Middletown going to go for it, 4th and goal from the 1. This is what football's all about, Jason.
This will be
tight end
line
to the near
versus
side.
Line here.
Drop back. He's going to pass the ball. It's completed, and there's the sure hands of number 16, Nick Johnston. Touchdown, Middleton.
And like the play call there, you throw it on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line, and then like you said, old reliable Nick Johnston with the great hands. And,
the kid has had a heck of a season as a slot receiver. He doesn't drop many passes, and right there, I mean, Hodgson had to sell out to stop the run, the play action, and with your quarterback receiver combo that you have there, it was a great decision there by Coach Blum. Good play call, and Middletown gets a little bit of a cushion.
Yep, 6:22 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's now 20-7, and Middletown couldn't have asked for a start to the 2nd half.
Beerline's extra point
It's
just
good.
squeaks through and is good. 21-7. Middletown goes on top here on the 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week.
Yeah, and so another good Spotlight Game of the Week. We seem to have a lot of them this year. And it's real interesting. But like we said, the halftime's adjustment that Middletown made to force Hodgson 3 and out to start the 2nd half. Then they get the ball at their own 41, go 59 yards, convert on the 4th and goal from the 1, and now all of a sudden they won 1-7 lead halfway through the 3rd quarter here.
Well, that's the other thing we're going to say. They chewed up some clock.
Woodbridge Delmar 20-20.
Wow, there you go.
So, wow.
That's a game down there. You can tune into that one. You can be flipping back and forth between this game and that Delmar Woodbridge game. That's for that Henlopen conference game right there. So here we go. Oh, Hale picks it up, trying to make something out of nothing here. And the big man will continue to keep the feet churning and get to about the 34-yard line. Here comes Hodgson.
Yeah, and I believe that's where they started the first drive here in the 2nd half.
Hodgson needs a score here, Jay. I think they got to try to stay close here.
Especially with 6:15 left here in the 3rd quarter. Especially with Hodgson, a running team.
Yes,
will,
not a quick strike offense.
So
multiple possessions are big with a team that's a ball control offense.
Big day in the sport of soccer tomorrow, Pat, as there's 4 quarterfinal Division I games and 4 quarterfinal Division II games.
Oh, there's balls on turf, and that's going to be recovered there by number 20, Najee Smith, the mesh point. We saw it a lot. Henry didn't really ride the running back. Hale continued to move. The ball was on his hip, and it goes on the turf. Crucial mistake there by the Silver Eagles.
And that's a bunch of turnovers now for Middletown.
Woodbridge up, 21-20 on the extra point.
21-20 extra point. So
that game, and this game right here, this is a danger zone right now for Hodgson.
Yeah, the turnovers for Hodgson
it's been crucial. It's been crucial. They've allowed 7 points off those turnovers, and now they're giving up a potential chance to give up 14 as Middletown's in good field position, and they kind of have momentum right now. Hodgson needs a stop in this one. They can't afford to go down by more than what they're down right now. Fry back in the pocket looking. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's a big play by Hodgson, number right there. For 59, Wendell Lima, and James Henry, number 39, flushing him in the backfield.
A good pressure by the Hodgson Silver Eagles defense there,
They needed that. And
I think going for the home run right after the turnover. I think they were looking for that deep pass.
They did.
And I like that play call. That's an aggressive coach. Right after you get that turnover, wanting to go for the big play.
Great job there by the Hodgson front without number 9, Jalik Hayward, in the game right now. Here goes Fry, second down and about 19. He drops back to look again, and he's going to be sacked again. These young men are making plays out there.
Yep.
Number 48, John Monk, and number 32, Amir Mitchell Marvel.
And it looks like Fry might be. It's big.
This is what Hodgson needed, though. After a turnover, the defense stepping 20. Exactly.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you wanted after a turnover. You get that defensive pressure. It's been impressive here so far.
All this without Jalik Howard in. The big-time defensive end for Hodgson not in on this. And this front line's got the most pressure they've gotten all game on Friday, these last two plays. So here we go. 3rd and 20 from the 45. This could be a big play in this game. There's another. This could be delay a game, and it is. Move it back 5 more.
Yep, and you got to pay attention to that referee. I say it all the time.
And look, Drew Fry, still a junior.
Yes.
Okay, he's still a young quarterback. The coaching staff's got to. There's got to be somebody keeping an eye on that ref, letting Coach Blum know, hey, look, it's dwindling down.
Right.
But even with that, Middletown's used two timeouts already. Right. They don't want to burn that last one.
No, absolutely. But right after that turnover, now all of a sudden it's 3rd and 25. So
it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. It's going to be a quads over here in Middletown. 4 receivers to the near side, 8 end to the far side. I'm going to take a guess to say this is going to be a pass far side looking and finding Johnston, I believe, and he's going to be close to first down yardage.
He's
going to be 1 yard short, Jay.
What a play. 24 yards on the 3rd and 25. Unbelievable.
And that was just a simple 4 verticals.
Yep.
And they just went straight across the field.
A good job by Fry rolling out, getting away from the pressure, and threw a absolute bullet on the run.
Yeah, because John Monk was bearing down. Number 48 had a beeline on him. And Fry was able to make him miss and extend the play. 4th down and 2. Just under 4 minutes to play in the 3rd. This is a big time play right here.
Yeah,
I'm going to say number 13, Lockwood's going to be the guy getting it here.
I agree with you. And there it is.
And he's going to fall forward and pick up the first down.
And now Middletown's on 4th downs here to start the second half.
Middletown in 25.
Yes.
Back-breaking play right there from the Cavaliers.
And now you can run some more clock. You're first and 10 at 24. 3:23 and counting left here in the 3rd quarter and a 2-score lead.
Still no sign of Jalik Hayward on the field for Hodgson. Fry's got the full house backfield with him. He's going to toss it out to Smith, and here he goes. Look at this young man run. Gets to the sideline. Not much doing there. Nice job by Hodgson.
Nice job by the Hodgson defense, stringing him out. The best part, not much.
And here comes Hayward onto the field. I wonder if he had to come out, had maybe get taped up, retaped, rolled an ankle or something. He's back out on the field though, number 9 in white.
Lost a 2 on that play, Pat, so it's second.
Great job by team defense of Hodgson stringing that play out and really giving no cutback lane for Niger Smith, who of course is a speedster. So here we go. Same formation from Middletown. You've seen it a lot. Dropping back is Fry. And it's caught by Edlin. Through the hands of the linebacker, number 59, Wendell Lima. Good concentration right there by Edlin to hold on to that one. A little bit underthrown.
Yep, and they've had success on those slants. That's been the bread and butter play tonight. And like you said, good concentration by Edlin.
That second down play bring up a 3rd and manageable here. Getting back on track is the Middletown offense. 3rd and 4 from the 18, just under 2 to go here in the 3rd.
And Hodgson's ran 4 plays so far in the second half.
They give it to Green. He got the first down yardage and more. He gets inside 10-yard line, 1st and goal Middletown as they're starting to assert.
1 minute left in that Delmar Woodbridge game.
It's unbelievable scenes out here at Middletown High School.
Yes.
Although this is actually Everett Meredith Middle School.
Yeah.
It's the old high school.
It's the old
history lesson for you here, Jay.
Absolutely.
They still come back to this field, which is a fantastic atmosphere to be at.
Yeah.
Despite the teams in the wind chill for this game. So here's Fry. 1st and goal from the 9. Pumps, looks, fires back to the corner of the end zone.
I think he got it.
Is caught
Yes.
by Johnston.
Does
What?
it.
Oh,
That's got to be a 302 Sports Weekly top play
if
of the week.
only it counted, though. There was a penalty
penalty.
mark on the play. It's going to come back. It's holding.
That's a shame because that was a great catch.
What a throw.
Yep.
And to be able to catch the ball and get the foot
Foot
down in
down.
the back corner.
Unbelievable.
It's beautiful. It's poetry in motion. You can't make this stuff up here, Jason. I mean, Middletown hurting themselves, but it makes for a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, after the penalty, look at this, Jay.
Yeah.
1st and goal from the
27-yard line.
Not often do you see that.
No.
Not many plays in a playbook for this.
But we did see them.
Someone call Freddie Mitchell up.
Right. I was going to say, we saw a
Fred X.
24-yard pass.
Fry looking. What a throw. What a route. I believe that was the flood route right there. And they completed the number 10, Larry Griffin. The medium spot was left open. It's a beautiful touch throw by Fry.
Yeah, and now you get back to the 11. So you got 30. Second goal from the 12.
They pick up 15 on the first down play as we're going to approach.
Delmar's on the 6-yard line.
It's 107. Delmar's about to score?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh, Jason.
And they scored.
Oh, my gosh, Jason. 40 seconds. There you go, just like that.
Yep.
That's what we bring you here at 302 Sports. Nothing but the best. Here we go, Drew Fry, 2nd and goal from the 12. They give it off the green, and he's dropped in the backfield. I believe, no, he's not. He's still on his feet. But the Hodgson defense does swarm around and eventually brought down there.
Yeah, and I think he ended up losing more yards by fighting out of that. As now some bring up 3rd goal from what looks like the 16-yard line, 17-yard line.
Jalik Hayward is definitely hurt, and you see him grabbing his wrist right there at a big-time D end from Hodgson. 3rd and goal from the 17. 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. They bring in Lockwood.
See if they get the...
See what they do. Fry coming to the line. 2 seconds. Let's watch. 4, 3 on the play. And it's a miscommunication. Edlin went inside.
Yep.
Fry threw outside. 4th and goal.
Now you got 4th and goal from the 17. Might be a little bit out of field goal range here, so I think they're going to have to go for it.
Especially with the cold air.
Yep.
And once again, this could be a big play for Hodgson.
Yep. And they've converted 2 straight 4th downs so far in the second half.
If they convert this one, it could be all she wrote.
Yep.
They go up 3 scores going into the 4th quarter. This is a big play for Hodgson. Perhaps their Blue Hen Flight A Conference hopes, championship hopes, dwindle on this play right here. Quads to the far side. Fry drops back. Hayward getting after him. Fry makes a miss. Looking, he's got a wide open Edlin in the corner of the end zone.
He got it in.
And he's out of bounds.
Oh,
my.
wow.
Drew Fry's going to want that throw
Yes.
back. He's going to want that throw back. That was unreal.
Yes.
Fry making men miss the corner. The young freshman, number 28, Bobby Arnold, comes up on the play, leaves Edlin unmanned, and Fry couldn't complete it.
Yep.
Hodgson survives that right there. Down 2 scores.
Yeah.
Going into the 4th quarter. This is poetry, Benjamin Pinella.
4.5 seconds left here in the 3rd.
One last play. Let's
Like
see what
you
Hodgson
said,
comes out with.
Hodgson dodged a bullet there.
They did on Middletown senior night. Let's see what Hodgson does. They got trips to the near side on the short side of the field. Henry's going to take a shot to the other side, and it's going to be caught out there by Douglas, Danny Douglas, the junior. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play, and that's where we're going to take over in the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 5.
So you get through. We're through 3 quarters here. Middletown, after holding Middletown on downs last possession.
This is a big-time possession right here for Hodgson. I believe they have to score quickly.
Yes.
They have to score quickly here. They got to take some shots because if you take too much time off, despite scoring, you're going to have to hold Middletown pretty much to a 3 and out to give yourself enough time to really work the ball down the field. A
quick score has to happen at some point here.
So we got, like I said, a bunch of big-time games here tonight on the schedule. And the reason we say this is because this is the last week of the regular season, and there's a lot of playoff berths on the line. There's 8 that make the Division II playoffs. 6 teams make the Division I. And it looks like the Division I field's pretty much set. And to a lot of people's surprise, Salesianum not in it.
Not in it. I mean, they took 4 losses throughout the season.
And so did William Penn, and Sally's
so
beat
did
William
William
Penn
Penn.
head-to-head. But that tells you how important that schedule making is, because Sally's had St. Mark's tonight, which is a Division II game, and they had a Division II out-of-state opponent. So those things makes it. We always say it makes a difference.
And like we talked about on 302 Sports Weekly this week when we had the DIAA on, record does not matter, and that ball
It's
is
picked off.
Are you kidding me?
I think it's picked off.
Let's see what they call here. C.J. Henry says it's incomplete. The official's going to have to talk this one over. It was tough to see from up here.
Yeah. I haven't seen one official. It looks like they're going to call it incomplete. Incomplete. So it's going to be a 3rd and 5. And now all of a sudden you got a big 3rd down play here for Hodgson.
This is a huge play here for the Silver Eagles. Let's see what they come with. Is it 2-down territory yet or not, Jason? It's a question I'll throw to you. For me, I don't think it is, but I don't know.
I would punt
Too close.
here.
You're too close,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, too close here on the end zone.
Correct. 3rd and 4.
Your defense did a lot better last possession. So.
I think you're going to see Darius Hale right here. No, you're not. You're going to see a pass attempt. Henry rolling out, and he is going to be dropped for a big loss here on the play by, and I believe that was number 52 in blue. It's Ahmad Westbrook.
Yeah, a big loss on that play. Now you're definitely punting. But what a job by Middletown's defense here in the second half. Hodgson's run 7 plays. 2 3-and-outs and a turnover, a fumble. So this is what when you're a good team, and that's what Middletown came out here in the second half, and it looks like they want this win.
They've made the halftime adjustment. Let's be honest, Hodgson was moving the ball on them in that first half, and it hasn't happened here in the second half. That's a decent punt right there by Lopez, who gets
good roll
to the 45. Yeah. Yep. Gets himself out of his own end zone. Now, a turnover is almost needed right here by Hodgson.
Yes. This is a big time. 10:55 left in this 4th quarter. You're down 2 scores, and Middletown starting at your 45-yard line. So this is a huge defensive possession here for Hodgson if they want to get back in this.
And, if you're Middletown, I think you run some ball control here. I mean, me personally, I think they're going to take a shot here first down. Then you start to see them. But let's see. Let's see if I'm Tony Romo, CBS, calling out plays, predicting plays. And I'm wrong. They go right to Green, pick up about 3 yards on the play, and get that clock moving.
Yeah, and with the 2-score lead, Middletown that's their plan, but it looks like we got a shaken up player out there.
It's Green, and he's cramping.
Yes.
He's cramping.
Yep.
In the 20-degree weather.
Yeah, you normally don't see that. You normally see it in the other way when it's 90 degrees out there.
Well, I'm also an employee at the great United Parcel Service. And one thing they always say is make sure you're still drinking water despite it being cold. Now, you might not be thirsty, but you still can get dehydrated in the cold. And maybe that's what's going on right here in Green.
It's good point to know. And so the best thing about it is stops the clock for Hodgson. And then we'll get the play clock going. And yeah, you can tell it's definitely a cramp. He can't put any weight on it right now.
Yeah, he looks like he's in pain. There's no doubt about that one, Jay. So Middletown's going to come out. They're going to have a trips to the near side, tight end to the far side. Back in the backfield with Drew Fry. Actually, there's a receiver far side. I apologize. That's Esias Guthrie.
So 16 seconds left. The Woodbridge is at the Delmar 40.
They're trying to answer. They're one big play away. That could be one of the greatest finals you could ever see.
Yes.
I'm going to definitely have to check that out when I get home. Here's Fry dropping back. Pass rush steps up. Clean pocket. He throws the wheel route. He's got Johnson, and he just overthrows him.
And Johnson almost made a great catch there again. And they've had some open receivers here in the second half.
That young man is a sneaky athlete, much like number 7 in blue last year in Del Percio.
You're right.
He was a smaller guy, but he was sneaky athletic.
Touchdown.
Unreal.
Woodbridge?
Did we just get a Woodbridge touchdown there on the last play of the game?
1 second left.
Oh, my gosh.
They're calling offensive pass
They called offensive pass
Offensive
interference. Unbelievable. What's going on.
Wow.
We're watching that live right here on 302 Sports, and right now we're watching Drew Fry drop back and make a throw. Oh, my
what
Lord.
a catch.
What
That is unbelievable
Esias
catch.
Guthrie. That is unreal, that catch.
Yeah, that's a great catch.
That's a beautiful hands catch by
Yes.
number 2.
And he's,
Esias Guthrie.
and he's
That might be a play of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. Play of the week. What
When
a
you-
diving catch.
They put 5 seconds back on the clock in that Delmar game. They got one down left to go in that one.
Looks like they're going back towards the midfield.
Woodbridge did score on the play, but of course there was a penalty. So here we go. Drew Fry. Just under 10 to go. Gives it off to Lockwood, who's dropped in the backfield. Hodgson knew that was coming.
Yes.
Big number 59 there, Wendell Lima, coming up with a big stop.
Yeah, nice play there. Good job by the Hodgson defense.
And Hayward, of course, Hayward was also in on that play.
It looked like a loss of 3, 4.
Yeah, loss of about 3 there from Middletown, and right now Hodgson really they don't care about that.
And
They need the ball back as they're down 9.5 minutes to go, 21-7.
And Delmar scores to seal the game.
So here we go. Bunch trips to the near side. Lockwood in the backfield with Fry. It's an all-out blitz from Hodgson. Hayward gets a hold of him. What a stiff arm by Fry, and it's incomplete.
Oh,
He had his receiver there,
wow.
Tamar Deagle, but what a stiff arm.
Delmar returns a fumble for the touchdown, and they are your head and open South champions. The Delmar
Congratulations to the
Wildcats.
Wildcats. Yep.
And
But-
they flew under the radar early in the season, but man, they came on strong at the end and they finished the season 9-1.
Listen, that program down there is so well coached, and they play so hard. I mean, they were great when I was in high school, and all I ever heard about before that was how year in and year out they find a way. I mean, you may not have the most talent every year, but when they have the talent, they're pretty darn good.
Big game tomorrow too, DMA and Conrad.
Fry back, looking, firing as he's hit, and it goes through the hands of Lima. It was a near
Yeah.
interception.
And now somebody
Hodgson needed that one.
yeah, somebody fourth down from the 35.
And now, if I'm Coach Blum, I'm just pinning him.
I am too.
I'm just pinning him.
8:59 left.
But it looks like they're going to roll the dice here. The old gunslinger, Drew Fry, chance here, 4th and 14.
And they've had downs. They converted 2.
And what this is, Jason, is I get my John Madden on.
Yeah.
Okay, this is just total and complete confidence that
Yep.
Hodgson can't move the ball on your defense.
Right.
That's what this is.
And you've seen that so far in the second half.
So Fry drops back.
Oh, that could be a
Looking deep. He's got no one open, overshoots everybody on that one. And it's going to be a turnover on down, and Hodgson once again
Hodgson's
has
got
a shot.
got some life back. 8:52 left here in the fourth quarter. 8:52.
They got a shot. If they, can get
21
it,
to
if, they can get
7.
if they can get a quick strike here, they're right back in the game.
And we said that we don't consider Hodgson a quick strike offense, but they can get one quick here. Remember, Middletown has used 2 timeouts. Hodgson has not used any yet, so they still got all 3.
And, I mean, Middletown's just – this is just the confidence that you're not ball on our defense. You can see them getting the crowd pumped up. The cowbells are in full Under 9 to go. Freshman quarterback C.J. Henry in the backfield. Taking the snap, Darius Hale to his left side. He drops back, he's looking. Henry fires on the slant. Nice catch right there. It's a beautiful pig snag by number 13, Raymond Mapp.
Yeah, he's made some good catches tonight. Nice job there by Mapp. And about 7 yards on that first down pickup.
But if I'm if I'm Coach Moffitt, we got a little sense of urgency here. We got to get up on the
Yeah,
ball. We got to get up on the ball here.
Yeah. You got to get hurt. You're down 14 points. You needed a little bit more urgency.
And you can't, it's no guarantee that if you score, you're going to get that onside kick. So you're going to have to stop Middletown again. Henry up in the pocket. That's going to be interference.
Yes.
But you know what, though? It might end up being a smart play by Guthrie because Raymond Mapp had the ball thrown in stride. And there was nobody really between him and the end zone.
That's the key word there. That was in stride. And now a great job. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, right, Pat, I believe?
Ooh, it should be. I would think the ball's going to be marked at the 48, but I would be wrong. So you're exactly right, Jason. We're going to move that thing up there to the 44-yard line, and Hodgson, if they can continue. C.J. Henry's been impressive in this one for the most part. If he's got time, he makes the right decisions. It's when the pressure starts to get to him that he starts throwing some
like you said, I think that would have been a big play.
Oh, it would have been.
Yeah.
So perhaps a touchdown-saving penalty there, believe it or not, by Guthrie. Henry back again, rolling. He steps up in the pocket, and he's going to get no gain tackle on the play by Jonathan Smith. Good pressure by the Middletown
defense is getting home tonight. They're getting pressure on here in Hodgson. Normally the offensive line does a good job, but tonight it looks like the Middletown defense line having their way.
And again, Hodgson's got to get up on the ball. There's time wasting here. You're down 2 scores. We're under 8 minutes to play here. There's got to be a sense of urgency. The cover 2 defense here by Middletown. It looks like it's going to be one-on-one on the outside here with Daniel Douglas. That's where Henry was looking, but he's pressure again.
No time.
Pressure again.
This Middletown defense has been incredible getting some pressure. And nice sack there with 7:23 and counting left here in the 4th quarter.
Coach Moffitt was irate on that sideline there.
Yeah.
3rd down, 13.
And the Middletown crowd's coming to life with the cowbells.
Approaching 7 minutes to go in this one. Henry back to looking to pass. It's a screenplay to Hale. That's a great play call. And here goes Darius Hale's got room. He's going to get tabletopped across the 30-yard line. First down, Hodgson. But let's see, Hale might be shaken up. He landed on his head there.
Yeah, what a job by Johnson. He went down low to trip him up.
I'm telling you, that young man is a ball player. Yeah. He's just a football player.
He's a scrapper.
He is.
Scrapper.
He is the prototype Middletown football player. I mean, if you could say, what's a Middletown football player look like? It's number 6 in blue. That's what they every year they have a guy like that. So here we go. First down at the 30-yard line, under 7 minutes to play. Henry trying to lead his team back into this one. He throws it. It's completed to Vaughn Wood, and that's about a 6-yard gain. They got to get up on the ball fast. Not a lot of time here.
Down to 14
and
points.
That's the key. They're down 2 scores. They got to move.
But if you're Hodgson, you're finally moving the ball here.
Henry in the backfield takes the snap, throws it out incomplete. Not quite sure if that would have gotten much anyway.
Yeah.
That was intended for number 23, Najee Lally.
So 3rd and 4 from the 4.
I think you look maybe Hale here to get you a first down. The clock will stop if the chains get moved, even if he's tackled inbounds.
A big play coming up with 6:12 left here in the 4th quarter.
They give it to Hale, and he bounces off tackles. He's going to get close to that first down yards. What a second effort there.
Yeah, like you said, he bounced off the tackles, and the second effort gets him a first down. And that's key because the clock stops while they move the chains.
You got to get up on the ball fast if you're the Silver Eagles here, and they are.
You're starting to see that.
And this is what they should be doing.
Yep.
They got to have a sense of urgency here just in case they don't get an onside kick, assuming, of course, they score. Henry looking for the big target, and it's incomplete, looking for Daniels.
Yes. Good
or
job.
Douglas, I'm sorry. Daniel Douglas, yep.
Yep. But good job by the Hodgson offense to finally start moving the ball.
And I think though, might be giving them a little bit. Here.
Absolutely.
Giving them a little bit because it's like we got the cushion. Let's not let anything big happen.
Right. Let's not let the big play. And the play that was going to be the big play, they took the penalty.
So here we go. Henry back again, stepping up in the pocket, and he is going to be sacked. That's a big-time sack right there, and it's Lockwood. He's been a big-time player in this one, Jason.
Yeah, he has.
Offensively and defensively.
He's looking, he does everything for that Middletown team. He's had a huge second half. The key thing, they get the big loss on the play, and the clock is ticking.
Yes.
Tick, tick.
I mean, Hodgson's out of their comfort zone. They're not likes to
And
pass
we
the football a lot.
mentioned it all night.
So here we go.
5:13 and counting here.
Need a big play if you're the Silver Eagles. If you're in Middletown, you just need one stop, and this one will pretty much be wrapped up.
Let's see if they call another screen here.
Henry dropping back. Time. He throws it up. Nobody home. Johnston is going to. Did he hold on to the ball? No, he did not. He falls out of bounds. Bobbled. He had an interception.
Yep. But it's going to bring up a fourth down and
about 17, 16.
Fourth down and Dewey.
Fourth down and Dewey. Not much in the play. What do you got in the playbook for this one here, Mr. Pinella? He's going to run. Benny says we're going to run the ball. We're going to catch him by surprise, huh? That's all right.
I like the screenplay.
I'm not sure, but the third down might have been the better call for the screen.
Right, and that's what I thought we were going to see on that third down.
We're under 5 to play. The game's right here. This is the ball game. Henry dropping back, looking, firing deep. He's got Douglas, and it's dropped. He hit him in the hands. It was a tough catch if he would have made it, but it falls incomplete, and it's a turnover on down for Hodgson.
Middletown holds Hodgson here. They take over at their own 26.
And barring
up 2 scores, 450. It's
barring a turnover, Jay. This one might be wrapped up. Hodgson's had the opportunities. They just haven't been able to cash in.
They haven't been able to convert on those big plays. That's Middletown's taking over.
So here we go. Yep, 4:50 to go, and Middletown's probably just going to run the ball, I would think here. And they do, and they give it to Green. He breaks off a tackle. 2 hands on the football. He's going to get about 9 yards on the play.
And that's key.
It's a huge first down run.
You got to have 2 hands on the football.
And an injured Silver Eagle on the field here. But if you're Hodgson, you got to bounce back. You got to study this film because you might see Middletown again.
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
And I think if you're Hodgson, you're going to start. You're not going to have the bye. It's going to be Middletown Smyrna. So Hodgson's probably going to get a home game next week.
And I think you'll see them kicking themselves after this one. They had opportunities and they just weren't able to convert. And if you're Middletown, I think you feel the same way because you've had opportunities if you're Middletown to really put this one away and you really haven't done it.
Yeah.
On the play was Dan Douglas. He goes to the sideline to get looked at. It looked to be like a hand, maybe wrist, arm injury.
I saw him holding it after that play in the end zone, so I'm wondering if it was just.
And when it's cold out here, sometimes that can help that can hurt as well. And now you see Drew Fry looking at the official. Sees there's 5 seconds left. Snaps the ball. Ooh, nearly bobbled there by Smith, but he holds on to the football and gets that first down.
Yeah, that key first down.
That young man's going to be fun to watch.
Yes.
Najee Smith. He's going to be fun to watch the next 2 seasons.
Yep, but like you said, key there is 2 more seasons for him. So under 4 minutes of counting here. Middletown gets 3 fresh downs. Now, Hodgson does have 3 timeouts, but 2-score game. That was a key first down for Middletown.
So Middletown looks like they're going to finish the year off with a 10-0 record, Jason.
10 spot.
Smith, he gets around the outside, and look at him go. This young man that young man is just, I'm telling you, he's an unbelievable athlete.
He is.
It looks like it's going to come back, though, on a penalty, and there's two more Silver Eagles
They look
down
like
on
they
the field.
collided with each other.
3 Silver Eagles on the field.
Wow.
This is not
As you,
4.
As you start getting towards playoff time, this is going to be interesting.
This is unfortunate right here. Going to be holding on the play, moving Middletown back. Which, if you're Middletown, it's still first down. It's not the worst thing in the world because it's going to keep the clock running. You're going to keep the ball on the ground. You're not going to get close to the sticks at least early on, so you're not going to have to stop it for moving the first down markers. But if you're Hodgson, to see guys going down like that is not something you want to see if you're Coach Moffitt.
Yeah, 4 players on
At
that
this
one
point,
play.
you just want to come out of this game healthy.
Right, because like we said, they will have a playoff game next week.
Yes.
Probably at home.
So first down and about 22.
3:19 and counting, Pat. So you're Middletown. You might still continue to run the ball.
There's no doubt. You don't need to pass the football at this point. You're up 2 scores. There's 3 minutes to go. Hodgson really can't move the ball. And look at this, Smith. Look at this young man. Look at this young man.
Impressive.
And he gets a stiff. And there's a late hit.
Yep.
He's on Hodgson players.
Yes.
They keep calling this guy Scrappy, and all I can think about is Scrappy Doo. The little guy from Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
That's all I can think of.
And so that was like a 35-yard run plus a 50-yard penalty.
Young man reminds me a little bit of Darren Sproles.
Yes.
How quick he is, how fast he is out there.
He gets out in the open. He's going to get a big play.
And it's going to be a face mask
That's
against Smith.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be face mask against Smith. It's on the stiff arm, he must have grasped the face mask, but you can't do it.
Now it's a 15-yard spot foul.
You can't firmly grasp the face mask. Can't firmly grasp it. You can't. It's another SpongeBob reference.
Yes.
I wonder if anyone got it. Never again. He's got SpongeBob references. He's just. But you know what? That's what we bring here at 302 Sports. We got a wide variety of combinations. I got hot dogs being stuck in my face. It's unbelievable scenes out here.
It was a spot foul, so they still get the first down, but it's going to be at the Hodgson 49-yard line. 2:57 left here in this game.
If you're in Middletown, I'd keep feeding Smith. And just chew the clock up.
Absolutely.
Him and Lockwood. Just chew the clock up. And Pinella back here is giving spirit fingers. I got no explanation for what this young man's doing behind me. Here we go. They give it to Green. He goes up the middle, gets about 3 yards, and if you're Middletown, you can live with that.
Yeah, I think Hodgson's going to use their first time out here.
And that's okay. All right, Hodgson using a timeout. Hey, Coach Moffitt's got faith in his guys.
Yep.
That's what the old ball coach is supposed to do here. 2:49 to go here in the game. 21-7 your score. And Hodgson needs a turnover.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. They need a turnover.
Like you said, Middletown's looking to go 10-0. Have the first round bye. And then Hodgson's going to finish 8-2.
Yes, and
we're
gonna have some interesting first round playoff matchups next week, Jason.
And we watch the show 302 Sports Weekly Wednesday night.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Yep.
I believe. Who we got coming on here? We're gonna talk to our executive producer Nick Halliday here. Goldie Beacom men's basketball team, Dante Thompson and Chad Cool.
Yes.
Pittsburgh Pirate.
Pittsburgh Pirate.
The flamethrower.
Wow.
Yeah, he's coming on there.
That's an all-star cast.
Middletown's over. Middletown baseball player with the UD. He's throwing like 97. He pitched like an ace this year. So we're getting a big-time player coming in. Chad Cool. We'll welcome him to 302 Sports Weekly as there's a pass completed to Johnston. And there he goes.
Yeah.
First down yardage. 32-yard line. But that's going to be exciting to get and talk to Chad Cool.
The all-star cast that is for this Wednesday.
And there's another unsportsmanlike called. We'll see who's it on.
But what a call there to pass it to Johnson on a 2nd and long after a Hodgson timeout.
And I think that was strictly because of the timeout was called. If the timeout wasn't called, I think Middletown would have been content with just running the football. It's going to go against Middletown. They've racked up their share of unsportsmanlike.
And that's Coach Blum happy.
No, they got to clean that up before.
Especially when you get the tournament time.
Yes.
Because those penalties can be costly.
So negate the whole play, pretty much.
Pretty
It's gonna
much.
be the second thing, the same setup, 2nd down and 8.
Big 2:30 and counting out. So the good thing is the clock is running.
First and 10.
Yep.
Because the first down was attained. They give it to Smith, and he just, that's just the 160-pound guy just running into grown men right there. And he bounces off of them and falls forward, and timeout Hodgson.
2:10 left here in the 4th quarter.
And it reeks of hot dog.
Yeah.
Not a very pleasant smell, at least.
We still got one left.
We do still got one dog left, and I'm not going to eat that thing. I'll tell you that right now.
Key 2nd down here for Middletown. I think we'll see them run and play, force Hodgson to use their final timeout.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, at this point, it's just shoot the clock up.
Yep.
I mean, it's been like that since they got the ball back.
Yep, and a 2-score lead, That's one thing Coach Blum has done well. It's first season as a head coach here at Middletown. So, about to finish a perfect regular season.
Here's Green. Green picks up maybe 2 yards. Extracurricular activities going on there.
Hodgson thought they came away with the ball, but Middletown was clearly down.
Actually,
you know what?
3rd and 5, or is it going to be 1st and 10 going the other way?
They still haven't made a decision. Now wait, they're thinking about it.
Yeah,
they
did. The Silver Eagle.
Yeah, Hodgson gets the ball.
So Hodgson's still got a shot here.
Wow, minute 57 left.
They still got a shot.
Yep.
Minute 57, one timeout. They need a big play, though. They need a big play.
Yeah, big play. Still the one
protect.
timeout.
And if I'm Middletown, if I'm Coach Blum or whoever runs their defense, I'm sending pressure.
Yes.
I'm blitzing right here.
And
I'm not giving young C.J. Henry a chance to settle and throw.
And they've been getting pressure all night on Henry.
And they don't. They just rush 4, and they still get to him.
Yep.
And they still get a sack. Unreal. Number 52 there, Ahmad Westbrook with the big time, perhaps game-saving tackle.
Yes.
On that one. They had double.
Douglas needs to get back to that line. This is down to 1:30 and counting here.
1:30 and counting. 2nd and 17 for the Silver Eagles. They need a big play here somehow.
The cowbells come to life.
Screen. And it's dropped by Hale.
Yep.
3rd down and 17.
3rd and 17, a minute 16 left here.
Call Doug Flutie. Need a Hail Mary.
Yeah, a Hail Mary and another prayer. Middletown's getting pressure with just 4, Pat.
And they're going to send an extra man here. Henry rolling to his right. Going to try the old Mike Vick experience, and that did not work.
No. That was a block.
Big time
Yep.
hit there by Camillus Lockett.
Get- Unbelievable hit by Lockett.
4th and about 12 or 4th and 13.
52
under a minute
seconds.
to go.
Yep. And this one is Middletown's going to go to 10 now.
Barring a Hail Mary
Yep.
onside kick, Hail
And
Mary.
And it's 4th and 14 here.
And the Hodgson's in no particular rush.
Like you said, now it's just about getting out of here without any more injuries.
Henry dropping back, stepping up, throwing, incomplete, and that's going to do
Yep, that's going to seal this one for the Middletown Cavaliers.
it. Middletown gets the ball back, 27.6 to go here. And Middletown
We'll get a week off.
finishes. Job not done yet, though, for the Cavaliers. They still have championship aspirations in this one. And you don't want to lose your only game of the year in the playoffs.
No.
Hodgson moves to 8-2, and they're going to have a game
Yep.
next week, try to bounce back. Middletown gets that all-important bye week to get Kedrick Whitehead
Healthy, that's the key. You get that bye week. It will be the top seed and face the lowest remaining seed after the first round.
And it's going to be interesting to see if there's anybody out there that can stop Middletown. It'll be interesting to see if anyone can stop them in the playoffs. As Will Knight and the Smyrna Eagles have a chance maybe at a rematch.
Yep.
We'll see.
And that's going to do it here.
And that's going to be it.
Middletown.
Like Jason said,
Middletown's the Flight A.
21 champions, if I'm not mistaken. So they win this one, 21-7, improve the 10-0 on the season. Hodgson falling to 8-2. This has been your 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week. We'll see you on Wednesday with the old 302
Sports Weekly.
Again, special guests on that will be the Golden Beacon men's basketball team and Chad Cool.
And we will be talking football playoffs. And we will have a volleyball champion to be crowned Monday night.
So plenty of stuff going on here, and especially on Wednesday on 302 Sports Weekly. Once again, for everybody involved here.
Yep.
It's been Nick Halliday. It's been Len Evans, who's bared the elements up on the top, running the camera. Look at this young man. He looks like the abominable snowman from the old Christmas claymations. Vinny Pinello gave a good effort out there on the sideline today. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, too cold.
And, of course, my partner in crime tonight, Jason Winchell. I've been Pat Gary, and he's Wednesday at the Hooters in Newark for a 302 Sports Week. We'll see you then. Have a nice night.